Hey guys, so today I want to do a quick little video here with the Galaxy S2. Yes, the Galaxy S2 is back from the dead. No, it's not back from the dead, but it's just the Galaxy S2 here with, let's see here, Android 4.1 Jelly Boy, Jelly Bean, Jelly Bean, versus 4.3 Jelly Bean here that I just got available on my Galaxy S4. So, what is different from these two boys? Well, the first thing here, of course, is that this is the stock clean edition of Android without Samsung's, what some people like to call bloatware. So you get the clean version that you do get, same as you would get on the Nexus devices. And this is also available on the HTC One. So you can see here how clean it looks like in terms of the UI feel. Over here you can have lock screen widgets, like you can fire up the camera here in 2 seconds, and you can see the new camera app here that you can control by just doing things like this, which is pretty boss. You have the panorama mode and all of those other things. If you want to add another widget, you can also do so right there on the lock screen. Not quite sure though if you can add shortcuts here to different apps. That is something that you can do here with Samsung's own TouchWiz, of course, like four down at the bottom there, but then you just unlock almost the same there. And then there's a difference here, which I actually think Samsung is making it better, that instantly when you drag down like this, you get a brightness slider and you get some quick toggles. In the stock version, you have to either use 2 fingers like this, and then you only get a few choices that you can decide between in toggles, where you get a ton more here, which is also smaller inside of the Galaxy S2. So I'm really not sure how they were thinking, because I don't want to push another button there just to access those little things. And usually I don't have super many notifications, so it's not like it's bad or anything that's taking up a little bit of space here. One thing though is that TouchWiz could definitely be a little bit upgraded in terms of its UI feel. Because if we go into the settings here on the stock version of Android 4.3 here, you can see it has this blue kind of robotic theme here that match in terms of the design. It looks cool and all. Where it looks a little bit more ugly, I would say, here in TouchWiz. Especially if you start to compare it against the competitors, Sony and HTC and Apple, what they can pull off here, they're definitely way more cool at that area. And if you don't believe I have Android 4.3, if you want to see specific videos, please let me know about that. As you can see over there, the latest good stuffs. It's still being called Jelly Bean though, Android 4.3. Some people were thinking that it was going to, this time, that it was going to be called Key Lime Pie, but it seems like Android 5.0 might just be called Key Lime Pie. So that could definitely be a cool little thing to look forward to. Of course, also with the Galaxy S2 here, when you have TouchWiz, that you usually will get on most the Galaxy S4s out there. If you do have the GTI 905 edition of the Galaxy S4, or if you buy the Google edition of the Galaxy S4 in the Play Store for $450 bucks, then of course you will get the Google edition. If you do have the octa-core edition of the S4, I don't think right now that you can flash this firmware, which do kind of sucks if you would like to do that little thing. I feel your pain over there. And then, of course, as I said here with TouchWiz, of course, Samsung's own little software here. You get first their own kind of web browser over here, which has this kind of cool reading mode. At least I think it's also web in in the S2. And the reading mode is basically a mode where it will try to identify all of the text and just display it here in easier to read and digest look, which is definitely one of my favorite features here with Samsung's own browser. Then most features here are the same, but if I would have the S4 over here on this side, I would also have features like Smart Pause, Smart Scroll, so I can scroll with my eyes, Air View, so I can hover across the S2. But of course, that's not something that you would get or that you did get in S2, because the S2 is getting old right now, so it doesn't have those kind of cool features. So if you go back here also one more time, and let's check out some other Samsung apps. Of course, that we do get Samsung apps, their own kind of app store, competing against the Play Store. I'm not sure if it's competing, but yeah. You have voice command. You don't actually get S Voice, which is Samsung's Siri competitor. You don't kind of get that little thing inside of the S2, because the S2 is getting a little bit old right now. But you can see that most apps that you would get here in the stock version of Android, like the browser is Google Chrome, the music is Google Music, which you can see in here when you go into here, play music. All of those apps are of course just apps that you can download from the Play Store and install by yourself. So in that kind of way, there's really not super many exclusive things that you would get in the stock version of Android. I mean, it's a stock version. The good thing with it is that usually it will be pretty stable. You will get the latest things first, especially if you do get the Google edition of the Galaxy S4 or the HTC One. And I've heard that it's not going to be Google directly that will be updating these phones, but it will be like Samsung and HTC that will be doing that. But hopefully they won't be too slow at that little thing. You can see here, I'm pretty sure we have Google now and also on the S2. What is 2 plus 2? Let's see here also if we can set an alarm. Set alarm at 8 p.m. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I can set the alarm here on the S2, but of course that's not weird. You can do that on newer devices. So you can see here that if I set alarm at 7 p.m. Set alarm at 7 p.m.
Setting alarm.
What is 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 15 plus 1800? Okay, I think I said something wrong there, but yeah, I mean, you can see there that Google Now, it's available on both devices, of course, because it's just a Google widget. Most Google apps will be available on both devices. There's really not that much exclusive things that you will get with the stock version of Android, but it could be a little bit more of a cleaned experience. Of course, these manufacturers, these big manufacturers like Samsung, HTC, Sony, when they produce a new smartphone, they want to be a little bit, try to make, or when they market their device, of course, they want to have their own apps that they can use in their ad campaigns and such, that will attract new smartphone buyers. If everyone would have the same kind of look and feel, then there really wouldn't be that much that would be different. Let's see here if we can just clear the data over here. So if you want to see any like specific videos, especially with the S2, please let me know about that, and I will see what I can do. And now, of course, I am talking about videos, where I'm comparing these two devices, the S2 and such. So yeah, have a great day, and more awesome videos will follow. And it will just be awesome now with the new S4 Mini and such new phones, awesomeness coming up. And I can't wait to see the new Galaxy Note 3 when that one's gonna be jumping up there. So yeah, have a good day.